Hello and welcome back to Reason News. Today we're focusing on a significant development in South Africa's economic landscape. Finance Minister Godongwana has announced that a revised national budget will be presented to Parliament on May 21st. This decision follows the government's recent reversal on the proposed value-added tax or VAT increase. The initial proposal to raise VAT was met with widespread public outcry. Economists, consumer groups, and opposition parties all voiced strong concerns about the potential impact on the cost of living, especially for the most vulnerable South Africans. The government, after intense deliberation, decided to withdraw the proposal. This reversal has now necessitated a comprehensive revision of the national budget. The initial VAT increase was meant to help the government with a budget shortfall that the country is experiencing. The decision to remove the VAT increase now means that the government needs to find funds elsewhere. Minister Godongwana's announcement confirms that the government is now working to recalibrate its fiscal strategy. The revised budget, set to be presented on May 21st, will outline alternative revenue streams and spending adjustments. Key areas of focus are expected to include infrastructure development, social welfare programs, and measures to stimulate economic growth. Here's a video from the SABC who spoke with researcher Dr. Gumani Chimomola.
I've listened to the Minister of Finance committing that is going to table a third budget on the 21st of May. We are looking forward to the tabling of the new budget, because listening from the press conference that was held by the African National Congress yesterday, the minister himself and the director general were not expecting much. I think they're just going to try and bring a new budget without the VAT increase, but lowering the expenditure side of the budget, because they still intend to achieve what they call a primary budget surplus in order to continue with their fiscal anchor strategy, which we've demonstrated not only ourselves as the EFF, but in academia and civil society and other economists to say that it is not going to give them the results they want.
The financial markets are watching this development very closely. The stability of the rand and investor confidence are both heavily reliant on the government's ability to produce a credible plan. The withdrawal of the VAT increase raises questions about how the government will address its fiscal challenges. Economists are speculating about potential adjustments to other taxes, cuts in government spending, or increased borrowing. The revised budget will need to strike a delicate balance between fiscal responsibility and economic stimulus. The nation's credit rating is also something that is at risk. The energy crisis in South Africa is also a major factor that is affecting the economy. Any new budget will have to take into account the effect that load shedding is having on businesses and citizens. The political landscape is charged. Opposition parties are calling for greater transparency and accountability in the budget revision process. Civil society organizations are also advocating for measures to protect vulnerable populations and address inequality. The public is anxiously awaiting details on how the government plans to navigate these economic challenges. The ruling party, the ANC, is under pressure to deliver a budget that restores public trust and demonstrates a commitment to economic stability and social justice. The next election is also a factor in the government's decisions. The revised national budget, to be presented on May 21st, as mentioned, is a critical moment for South Africa. It will set the tone for the country's economic trajectory in the coming years. As Reason News, we will continue to provide in-depth coverage and analysis of this developing story. Thank you for staying informed. Until next time, stay updated and curious.